All right. Hello, everyone. We are back with Fasook Films, David and Sarah, and my brother, Michael. So if you guys can hear us, let us know, or if anything's crazy and there's some sort of errors, let us know. But we are blessed to have these super talented filmmakers here again. And now we've already seen them work in action. They came down here and they've been all across the country filming. And so we're going to talk about that, and we will talk about the big premiere coming up July 31st of this summer. So if you want to get autographs from all of us, they're going to be very valuable in a few years. So stop by and get your autographs before they run out, because we might just stop writing them after a while. You never know. But yeah, we're here. It's good to see you guys in the chat coming in. Some familiar names. I once said faces, and then I realized how dumb that sounded after I said it. But yeah, blessed to have you guys joining in and sharing the news about this premiere. So David and Sarah, you guys are familiar with where this is from, or where this is going to be in this area. So where exactly is it going to be, and what all is it going to be like?
It's going to be in the Co-ed Cinema in Brevard, North Carolina. We live about 35 minutes from there in Asheville area. And it's so beautiful out here. Like, you can see awesome views and awesome mountains. I think we sent some photos later, but yeah, it's going to be the historic Co-ed Theater. Yeah, there's a lot of hiking.
Oh, yeah.
There's Chimney Rock right there. I'd say that's about 40 minutes from Brevard, but this whole area has awesome things to do.
Might want to bring the P1000s if you got them. It looks like a good place for that.
Funny.
Yeah, there's the Biltmore House you can go check out, which is in Asheville. It's the biggest house in, I think, this whole United States.
I think it's the biggest one.
Yeah.
I think so.
It makes you feel like material stuff. It's like there's just so much material stuff there. I went there like years ago, and I thought, man, anything I could ever build would just seem like nothing. It almost makes you feel like you have to have so much more than what you already do. I couldn't imagine acquiring that much wealth in material stuff. I mean, we walked through
Biltmore, right?
Yeah, for hours. And I mean, it seemed like you hadn't even seen the whole house. You've just walked through a part of it.
They don't even let you go through the whole house.
Yeah,
usually I think only the downstairs part. Yeah.
Yeah, there's Asheville has a lot of good food, a variety of types of food, and
local coffee shops. And I know there's some beer lovers out there. This is actually one of the biggest beer hubs.
Yeah, it's the microbrewery of America.
Wow.
So it's a pretty big deal. So Brevard's like a small little taste of Asheville. It's a really cute little town. Like you said, there's hiking trails, there's big waterfalls out there that you can see. And just like also good food, good beer, good coffee. And then within like, I think it's 25 or 30-minute drive, or is it 40? Something, I don't know. Like 40 minutes is Asheville, and then you get the bigger taste of it. And I just recommend everyone go and check out both locations. It's a beautiful place, man.
Looking forward to seeing this place and watching the film. This thing's going to be spectacular. I mean, I want people to know like what all went into it and what all you guys had to go through, because it was a lot. You guys were jumping on airplanes like every week and.
Yeah, so if you go to our Facebook page right there that you see on the screen, that's where we post a lot of the updates of either thank you for donating posts we put up there from the perks. Also, you'll find photos from the behind the scenes there as well. And if there's any other updates we have, it'll be up there as well. But yeah, we went all over the place. We went to
all the four corners. It felt like the four corners.
The United States. Went to New York City.
Oh, the United States.
New York City. Filmed Dave Weiss in New York City.
I gotta find that picture because that's a cool one.
Yeah. And I can't wait to see how that turns out.
Yeah. That's a cool looking scene right there. On the subway.
It's funny because we were filming in the subway and people were listening in and very curious what they're talking about.
Yeah. I wonder how many people got converted on the spot just from listening to David talk.
I mean, I don't know how many, but I know a lot of people were very interested. You could just tell they're interested. And these two were so focused and so good at what they do.
So this was the first place we went to was New York.
Yeah.
And I don't want to speak for our skeptic, but his mind started turning a lot after this one.
I can't wait to see the transition from the beginning of the film to the end of the film. If there's just listen to the language a little bit, and then you'll start to notice those changes that are really
yeah. So for people who don't know anything about this film, maybe this is their first time hearing about it. So is it okay to kind of share details what the film is about?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
So,
you want us to share?
Oh,
yeah,
you were sharing, or
you
we're
guys
sharing?
can share kind of just give us a brief outline of the true story behind this, because I think it's incredible that the main actor, is a skeptic. You know, this is you're seeing something in real time, somebody kind of looking for truth.
Yeah. So we initially asked him to do the concept film, and he was very hesitant about that.
Yeah.
But then we asked him about this because I thought he'd fit really. He's very
Chill.
artistic and chill, and I think he's very easy to listen to and stuff like that. So we asked him to do the film, and he probably tell you himself later, but he had people like kind of like, "Are you serious? You're gonna do something like that?" And he's like, "Well, I mean, I want to be one of those people who's open-minded," but yeah, he ended up getting on board.
He could probably, if he was here, he would share it well himself. But it's definitely interesting because he was not for it in the beginning. He was just kind of like, I believe in science, right? But then, like he said, I'm just reiterating it. Like when we asked him the second time, I don't know. I think it's just because he's recognized the world has lied about a lot of other stuff. So he's like, well, why not? And, I am that kind of person that tests things to make sure that, people are being honest and stuff. And he has actually shared his story about like how and why he made that decision. But I'm so glad that he did. You know what I mean? That's why I wish he was here today. So maybe next live coming up in like the next month or something like that, we can bring him on so you guys can actually.
Oh yeah, for sure. He was really cool to meet.
Yeah. So the story of the whole idea is that you have a host, a skeptic, being asked by producers to come on board on a documentary to just hear people out. And so the journey of the film goes where he goes to people and listen to their opinion or their ideas of what cosmology should look like. And that's kind of how it goes. And then at the end, he kind of has a moment where he thinks about stuff.
It's gonna look pretty.
But yeah, we went to New York City. This was the first place we shot. We went to Seattle, shot Mark Sargent. Then we shot Shelley Lewis in California and Jay Tolan in California.
Oh, I want to see that.
We also shot Josh and Michael from Founded Earth Brothers.
I don't know who those guys are.
Yeah, Georgia. We shot Matt
Beavers on the right.
In Tennessee, we shot Dr. Young. It's hard to pronounce his name, but Ying Young.
I think
he's from he's from Tallahassee, Florida. We went there.
Yeah.
Who else?
Okay.
I think
that was it. I think we did 7 because we knew like we were wanting to do more people, but budget was tight, obviously, because we actually included more people than we thought, and then the travel was more than we thought. And then, like the one thing I learned because we've been to a couple of film premieres. One of the film premieres we did that had our other film in it had a documentary in there, and they talked about how they filmed like 10 people, but they only could use 5 because you only want to use what's going to actually tell the story, and it just becomes too many people, too many faces. So we've realized once we hit about 7, we're like, okay, we're a little bit maxed out because at this point it's just going to be too many people. Although we'd love to have some more people. There's some great people out there.
Yeah.
Gosh, I know.
So, but yeah.
That's impressive. Jay Tolan. I hope he was able to show some of his like record shattering footage to this guy. And
we shot a scene where he shoots long distance.
He's shooting with that infrared
camera.
Oh, that's awesome.
I would love to hang out with Jay Tolan, man. That would just be so cool, especially if you're on an airplane or something.
It's very chill.
Yeah, he's very chill and fun.
I love his voice. It just seems like it would be really good for like a children like video where he could make it, like
a cartoon.
Yeah, just maybe.
Like I think I can.
Such an animated, cool voice, unique.
Yeah, for sure.
That's very funny.
Yeah, we need to recruit him for your virtual classes.
I know. I'm going to be recruiting people for sure.
You guys have good narrating voices, both you guys. You guys could totally do. There's like an app where you can actually tell stories, like you're the book or something, or edible, or what is it called? Not edible.
Audible.
Edible.
Hey, what is she into over here?
Actually, that could be a job you could
John
do for a while.
ate a book in Revelation. So.
That's true.
Yeah.
I know it was a vision and all, but
Yeah.
It's funny, man.
So yeah, we're having the premiere in the Coed Cinema, and it's being red carpet. There's gonna be a huge backdrop, and there's gonna be a live band playing, and we're gonna have Josh have a 10-minute, 15-minute ish,
20-ish, 30-ish.
He's long-winded, man. It's gonna be an hour. Let's just go ahead and mark that out.
Yeah.
A 101 ancient cosmology.
That's cool.
So, because I'm thinking there might be some people who live in the area, and there's a lot of older people in Brevard. So I'm hoping somebody will come and get a slap in the face, but a soft,
a nice slap,
101 of a flat Earth, because they probably may think, oh man, I remember this when I was taught this when I was a kid. Who knows?
I mean, a lot of older people were taught the truth. They just forgot. So yeah. And then Brevard, like you were saying, Brevard, that area is a big retirement community. And whenever there's people like premiering films and stuff like that, they show up to those movies, man.
Oh yeah.
They do. So we've wholly suspect. Am I saying right? Yeah. Them to come. So, but yeah.
So how do tickets work for this? Or is it something that could sell out? I mean, how many tickets are available? Is there a number?
Yeah, there's 238. Now it's less. It's under 200 now.
Under 200? Okay.
Yeah, we already sold some. We have seats saved for obviously our cast.
Yeah.
And a little bit of their family. And then we've already sold tickets too. So, and then here, the cool part is if we do sell out this first showing, we're going to open up for a second showing, and they're going to welcome us to do that at this theater.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, and that would be pretty awesome to have 2 showings for this. We're hoping the turnout's great. Not only you guys to come out there, we are hoping that people in the community come. We're going to try to take it to like the local news and stuff like that, just to have people that know nothing about the topic.
Yeah.
Because,
So yeah, it's really exciting. We're right now it's early bird tickets, so which is cool. But really cool is that we have, obviously you guys know that Josh is coming, Michael's coming, Matt Beavers is coming, Shelley Lewis is coming, and Dave Weiss is coming.
They're the confirmed.
Yeah.
And we're waiting on Mark, and then Jay Tolan and Dr. G are like halfway there. They're just trying to figure out their schedules because G has summer classes, and I forget what Tolan's got going on. But he's trying to make it work. So
perfect. I want to meet Jay Tolan. I met Dave at Flattoberfest, and man, that was cool.
Yeah. And obviously Otto will be there as well, the skeptic.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
He'll be there.
And you guys will be there.
And we'll be there.
We'll be there for sure.
Yeah, I think before the premiere starts, we should go recruit some people off the street and say, hey, here's a free ticket. Come watch this.
Hey, if we don't sell out, then sure. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll buy a few just so we can sneak some people.
What did Jesus do in the Bible when the people didn't come to his feast? Remember? He had specific people that were supposed to come to his feast, and they didn't. Or he was using it as an example, of course, but it was like a king was inviting these people, and they didn't come. So he went to the street, and he just grabbed anybody and everybody to come sit at the table.
That's the best way to do it.
That's exactly what will happen.
That was cool.
So
somebody just walking and has no clue what's about to happen.
So if you guys want to come out here, there's really cool camping places as well. You can camp out. There's also Airbnbs and that kind of good stuff. But there's a lot to do in this area. There's hiking. There's waterfalls. Did I say that right?
You said waterfalls.
I didn't get the waterfall picture.
So put the waterfall up, the big one. This one's huge, you guys, and it's gorgeous.
Is this where you guys are kind of close to this area in North Carolina?
We live in Asheville.
Asheville? Okay.
South Asheville, yeah.
Yeah, it's like Arden. So it's right next to Asheville. It's like in the in-between point.
Yeah.
So south of Asheville. It's in a good location. It's like in that tri-state area right there by Georgia, and South Carolina, and I guess Quad State almost. North Carolina's right there. 4 states.
Yeah, we have the tallest mountain past the Mississippi on the East Coast here in Asheville area.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Did he show the waterfall photo or no?
No, I didn't upload it. I didn't know how many.
Come on, get the waterfall.
Oh yeah, okay. And then also, I don't know if you showed it. That one photo. There is one photo. It's the Blue Ridge Parkway, and that's a pretty popular attraction out here. Just going up there, and there's so many trails, and you just get all those mountain views.
Yeah.
There's a couple of mountains out here where you can get panoramic views. One's called Black Balsam. Yeah. That's probably like I don't know how far from Brevard, but it's like an hour from us, I think, or less. And then there's also Max Patch. A lot of people go to where you can get up there and you literally have a panoramic view of the mountains and the
Max
sunsets.
Patch.
Amazing out there.
We were shooting a elopement up there And I told this to you guys a while back, and it was cold out there and it was dry. And during the time, I saw the sun just get smaller and smaller and smaller.
Oh wow, that would be something cool to see.
It was
I want
really
a good time
cool.
lapse of that. I feel like we need more good sun time lapses.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was not able to film it because I was trying to film this couple running around in the grass.
You should have just said, guys, come on, back up, watch out. We got to get this. We got to get time lapse.
It's really cool. But you got to have the right conditions. It has to be cooler air, dry. But yeah.
Now, if people couldn't make it to the premiere, how could they see the film?
Never.
Never.
Come to the premiere first. Let's hang out together because that's what the point is, to have fun and hang out.
Our plan is right after we get it edited, we're going to send it to film festivals, and we're going to try to get a distribution with.
Yeah.
Ideally, we want to get a bigger network to distribute it, and maybe have it where we can make it into a series, hit different topics. That's biblical topics, but that's going to be. I feel like if it's God's will, will happen, but people, they have their hands against flat Earth, so it's kind of difficult,
taboo topic.
Yeah,
but you guys already have a show or a film that you made. It's on Amazon, right? Rosebud Lane.
Yeah, it's on Amazon. It's on Tubi for free. We just did the cinematography for it. We didn't write the story or anything.
There's another director involved in that one, but it was our first full feature film, which is great because we have been doing a whole bunch of short films. And to be hired for that project was it may not have been a biblical film, but it was a dream because it was a launching pad to show that we can do this.
It's amazing. People can watch that Rosebud Lane on Amazon. Was it Amazon?
Yeah, you can find it Amazon, Tubi. I know there's a couple like Rulu or Rolo. I don't know the names. Yeah. Isn't there like a Rolo or I know that's a candy bar, okay?
Rolo.
It's on Apple TV. It's on Apple TV, Amazon, and for sure on Tubi. Tubi's for free.
Okay.
So that one you can go to it, and there's ads and everything. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool movie. I think we did a really good job.
Oh yes, definitely. I mean, it's perfect. It is not. You would never look at that film when you're watching it and think that it was like this small film crew. Like it's really top notch. It's good.
Yeah, that film. It was me and Sarah, my brother, and a friend of ours did
everything. That's incredible.
We're taking multiple roles. Like
they were calling us Fasuk Magic while we're filming it because we were just doing like the least amount of stuff. Yet it was coming out like they could see the visuals when they were watching us filming it. We're showing like the previews and stuff. It was just turning out way better than they expected. Even the director himself said, I hired you guys and I knew that you were good, but you did way better. You met well over my expectations from what I thought was going to happen with this film. And that was good to hear that.
Yeah. So, Rosebud Lane. Check it out. If you're like thinking, should I come and buy a ticket to this premiere? Watch that film so you can see the quality. That's the same people we're talking to now.
And it's amazing what you guys are able to do with it's you two. There is no you didn't come with 10 different people, so and it's incredible that you're able to shoot the different angles, different scenes, the setup. I mean, it's amazing if you know what you're doing, how much you can do with so little. I mean, it just really was cool to watch how you guys work.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate it.
But yeah, we are going to treat you guys with a quick short clip. A first look from the film. With the brothers in there, so you guys are really lucky.
If you're distracted right now, come back to this tab. We're about to show you a small glimpse. Yeah, this is the scene. I when you guys were filming it, it cracked me up because you said, before you do a film, it's always like, don't look at the camera. I know you're new to this, but don't look at the camera. And I opened the door and there's a drone. And it distracted me, and I looked right at it. It's like, cut.
We said don't look at it.
I can't help it. It's a flying drone. My eyes just went, oh, look, a drone.
That's so funny, man.
Yeah, it's funny. So so in the future we're gonna have a trailer very soon, probably in a month or so.
Yeah.
But we're still in process of editing, and we're able to get this first look for you guys.
Yeah, and that's a big undertaking. You see a movie credit and you got 100+ names, and so you're doing the jobs of hundreds of people.
You're gonna have 2 names go up.
Oh yeah. Future budgets, though, we're gonna make sure we hire in. It just when you we wanted to minimize as much as we could with costs is pretty much what happened, because to hire someone to do what we're wanting to do with it, you have to pay them substantially a lot more money.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So the choice that we made was just, you know what I mean? And we knew that we could do it. So we're like, okay, we can do it on low budget. I don't know anyone else that can. So, but yeah.
All right. So you guys want me to play the little clip real quick?
Oh yeah, go for it.
All right, let's do it.
Here we go.
Doesn't Job 26:7 and Isaiah 44:22 basically state that the earth is round?
It seems to, and for years I thought it did. When I was making the Bible fit my worldview and throwing in things to make it match up, I believed that it did. When I heard circle of the earth, I thought, okay, that's a ball.
Right.
I didn't realize that later on in that same book you could read and they talk about a ball.
Yeah, God sits above the circle of the earth. He literally sits above the circle of the earth, not a sphere.
Right.
No. Yeah, it's a footstool, not a roller coaster.
Right.
That's what my dad says. Yeah. His feet would be on this roller coaster. He'd be going in all these different directions, and that's just the chaos. Our Father's above us. I mean, he's close, so close to us, and that's what makes us, special to him. He's got us right there where he can see us. He's not light years away.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
You guys did good.
Yeah. Oh gosh, we were talking about it after you guys left. We were like, I think we did like 20% good and 80% bad because I don't know, we just couldn't. I was exhausted. I know you guys were exhausted too because you'd already been filming all day and you got up early, and I'd been trying to get the house ready with all the children running around, and I think it was like, man, I would love to redo and revamp it. When he left, I was like, there's so many things I wanted to say. Like I didn't even get to talk about like the footage of the firmament and all that, but we covered some.
I think it went good though. You got to kind of.
Oh, it went way better than you're expecting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like.
It went.
So when it comes down to editing down the footage, you're trying to find the best parts. There's a lot of best parts with you guys. That's a good thing.
Yeah, keep those.
Yeah, well, that's funny.
There's about 30 minutes, 20 minutes of good stuff. We're gonna have to cut that.
Yeah. Well, that's what people don't understand. When I put a video out and it's any kind of teaching and it's a 20-minute teaching and people are like, you talk so much. I already cut out about 40 minutes of me messing up and talking about the same thing twice. And yeah, you can cut out a lot.
That's too funny, man.
Somebody said they love it. They love it. That's our first compliment. There we go. Yeah.
Thank you guys.
The video that you guys did, the concept film, is still getting shared on places like TikTok. The scene where they're looking at the stars and people are like, got to check this out. Like it is still waking people up. And that was just your concept film.
That's awesome.
I'm amazed to see what this is going to do. Cause that is still, I'm seeing it like at least every few weeks or so pop back up.
Yeah. The idea of this film is not to bombard people with all this information and all these facts and experiments. Is more to soften them into this idea. Imagine someone who never heard about it and they're like, oh, this is very interesting. And the whole idea after they watch the film is like, maybe I should look more into this. It's not as weird or stupid as I thought, That's the biggest point. And then there's so many other videos out there, what you guys do, and all these other documentaries that showcase a lot. Very in depth.
Definitely, yeah. And I think the biggest thing too with this that our aim was to have more of a gentler approach with it, because like the thing that I've learned even about like talking about things in the Bible, okay, like you say, okay, the Bible says the earth is flat. Well, that can be triggering for some people. Yeah. And it's just because you have been taught for so long another way. So you have to be gentle with these people because they still have to renew their mind to this fact that it might be true, and that's the approach with this film is like all of the information, the way you guys are sharing. It's so like, I don't know. I don't want to say it's like heartwarming, but it's such a good manner that like anybody can pleasantly watch it and not get triggered by it. And that's what we want, because being triggered by something, it's going to automatically make you be completely turned off by it. And you don't want to be completely turned off by it. We didn't want to do it that way. So,
yeah. And that's the big thing about this movement is you've got this small window of time to get somebody to engage in this. Yeah. And so many people ruin it by being just over the top or whatever they're doing, that's not spirit led, or they're just they're not being peaceful. There's so many different things where I've heard where people just get bitter about it. So yeah, that's why I really was excited when you guys came to me and you had these really calm mannerisms. You're like, here's our vision, here's what we want to do. And I'm thinking, man, this will be something special if this really does.
Yeah, and I think that's something everybody wants, is something that they can share that's good quality, because you don't want to share something that looks like it came out of somebody's basement, like a conspiracy type quality production. And this does really seem to give the topic credit that's due. You know, something that takes it serious. It's not forcing anything on you. It's just questioning things. And it's something you can share with your whole family. And I think that's what everybody kind of wants, is like, and we have meetups and people talk, they say, what, we need something we can share with everybody. And I think that's what this is really going to be.
Yeah. One of our things is because there's a lot of different topics that can be spun out of Flat Earth, different ideas, different concepts, different conspiracies. But our goal is to just keep it Flat Earth related, and that's it. Because we start sprawling out, people just like, it'll be
it's just, you don't want to overload with too much information. It's one of those things. It's like, you come, like you're saying, the fruits of the spirit, what does that look like? We're going to come out with this approach, because like, if you overwhelm people or trigger people with so much stuff, it's not going to, like, especially with the world we live in today and everyone's very sensitive. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to get anywhere with that person. So there has to be a different approach, you know? But yeah.
Karen B in the house.
We're trying to get her to come up here,
Karen?
too.
We want you there, girl.
Yes. She's a really good host.
You guys are all better be there.
I want all of you there.
No excuses.
Oh, and by the way, you guys get dressed up. This is an event where you can get dressed up in your cute little summer dresses, girls, ladies, and boys. You can wear your cute
overalls,
hip clothes, tuxedos. Just have fun, man. But yeah, just wanted to add that.
Yeah, I'm bringing my wife with me. We're gonna make a good big deal out of it. Be fun.
Make sure you bring your wedding dress.
She's gonna show up.
Never put on that white dress and just come down. It's so funny, man. It's too funny.
There again, if you guys are watching this on a computer screen, you could literally just scan the QR code to buy tickets. But the website, they can go to FasukFilms.com/movie, all right, and it takes you straight there.
Yep. It's going to take you to the ticketing. It's also going to show more details of. There's a couple of videos we have there of the location. You can kind of get an idea what Brevard and Asheville look like, and a detail, kind of like a timeline of what you can expect when you come.
Oh, I think I meant to take a screenshot. I may have that in the slides. Let me see. Actually, no, I don't think I do. I don't see it.
Yeah, we made the ticketing the early bird is only $15. It's very cheap. We just wanted to cover some certain costs we're helping people travel a little bit from far away. So we're trying to help that and pay for everything from the theater to the backdrops and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah.
And the musicians, photographer, whatever. So we're just trying to make it so people can have a good time and something that they like and they're very invested in, and their belief is full heart in, you know?
And if you've never experienced a movie premiere, this would be the one to experience. Because they're fun. They actually really are. We've been to a couple of them now at this point.
Yeah.
So, and they're pretty fun. This is the best one because it's for God, Yahuwah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so after the movie's over, we all like kind of come together and everybody hangs out, right? Isn't that how it goes?
We can do whatever we want after the movie's over. Yeah.
We're going to have a big party afterward.
Hey, let's do it.
We should look into a space. Oh, there's going to be that corner.
Flowing out
right. I think just a little bit past the theater, there's this whole open area with like tables and stuff like that. So we can all just hang out even right there, or go get dinner together and stuff like that in town. Because I'm telling you, you guys are going to think the town's really cute.
Yeah. It looks like it from what I've seen. But I've only been to one movie premiere, and it was an independent film. My friend was an extra in, and this was like a decade ago. And it was something else. It was really cool getting to see the people that were in the film, because when you first go there, you don't know anything about the film. You don't know who's in it and who did what. And then after the film, you've already seen all the characters, and then they come out of the movie with you, and you're like talking to them and shaking their hand. And so it's really cool to do that. Like, you know, Jay Tolan could be right there, and you may not know it's him because you haven't seen his videos. Then you see what he does, and then you come out and get to hang out with him.
I wanted to mention as well, after the film is over, we're going to have a Q&A, so people can come and ask questions to the cast and stuff.
Perfect.
And we're going to have some giveaways.
Yeah, I would love to hear from Otto and kind of hear where he's at now, because you could really see that his wheels were turning, and he had not made up his mind yet when he was filming with us. But I would love to see where he's come to now, the place in his life.
Wait till you hear it's just like I said, it's super funny because like as we've been editing it, his language because his first person he met was Dave. And the language from when he met with Dave is so different as it moves along. And we're just like, it's so funny how awesome that is. Like,
so he went from Dave, and then the last person was Dr. Young. And his language there was, I think we had to cut it out, but he's pretty much implying that if I had to choose one side, it'd be.
He actually said some stuff like a little prematurely, but yeah, it's
so we didn't want to
really
have that,
cool, man. And I'm telling you, everybody watching, what was really neat, like we said, is we originally invited him to be the skeptic in Orion, the short that we were going to use to help promote this idea for the larger film. And he said no because he was a skeptic, you know. And I remember having that phone conversation with him, like, oh, okay. But he was gentle about it, but he was just, you know, pretty forward about it, you know. And then, you know, several months later after we get funded and he says yes, and we're just like, oh, that's really cool. You know, like and like I said, I would love him to be on the show so you guys can actually hear the story from him because it's really neat. Yeah.
And I could really feel God was moving behind the scenes, even leading up to the production, you know, people helping out and kind of helping fund this film. I think it was really a God thing. And I think people are going to see that when they watch it.
Oh yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah,
it was definitely. I don't know if you guys heard the other video. I don't know if you guys are gonna like tag it in there, but David shares the story about how we even got funded. And we've done a lot of shorts, and there was even another movie that we're hoping to do, which could still happen in the future for a friend or whatever. But we didn't get funded right away for that one. You know what I mean? And this one just kind of just felt easy, and we didn't really. It's not like we overdid anything. We weren't like we were patient about it too. Like. Yeah, you just got to listen to the other video. I don't know if you guys want to tag it on here or anything like that.
Yeah, I'll put the video where you guys talked about that in the description. But yeah, it was like you said before we started. You said I had a dream that we got funding overnight, and it ended up happening that way. But you didn't catch on to the fact that it already happened until later.
A month later.
It was like a month later, and we were already like, okay, well, I guess we're gonna move on to the next project, next idea, and see what happens.
Yeah,
you know, because we know that whatever is His will be easy. You know what I mean? So, and then it happened.
Yeah, I'm looking through this film, and right now it looks like it's gonna be like a 2-hour film, the first cut. There's so much good stuff in there. We definitely have to cut it to one.
And it's hard to do. It's hard to cut stuff when you're like, man, that's good, but you know.
Yeah.
Maybe we need a director's cut, like a full version with everything.
We could do that actually.
It's possible.
So you guys can order on DVD. I'll director's cut. Yeah, that's funny.
But yeah, we're excited that the last finale experiment is really cool. Really exciting. It's kind of one that I kind of figured out on my own from Asheville, and then when I went there, it really happened. It was really cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, we saw way too far.
Yeah. Perfect.
That's all it takes most of the time.
Yeah. Some people, that's it. That's where they draw the line, and they're like, that's it. I shouldn't see that far. And so many have woke up that way because you don't expect to see that far when you're a skeptic.
I mean, whenever we went to the beach to Charleston one time, and I saw too far with my naked eyes. And I was like, all right, I'm not supposed to see that floor there. Well, I guess it has to be flat. And it was kind of one of my eye-opening things that happened in my life. Yeah, for it.
And we noticed, a lot of people I noticed, it's Origins Untold, but underneath it you see ancient cosmology. And so your idea there with this, I know we're not going to talk about any of the upcoming projects with that, but so you guys are for sure going to kind of make this like a series?
Yeah, so what happened was, original was called Origins Untold, and Otto, the skeptic, had this idea because he's looking into other things himself.
He's already looking at other biblical stuff. That's
So he's reading Enoch and everything. Really cool.
Oh yeah,
he's
that's
done.
Cool.
He's getting there, man.
So he brought this idea. I was like, hey, maybe we could make this into a series. You know, the next one will be this or whatever. And I was like, oh, that sounds like a good idea. And so I changed the title just in case we end up making this into a series. So for that to happen, to make it into a series, it either has to be one thing where we have a network or something decide to put up front the cost for it, or we have another donor to do it.
Yeah,
but the idea would be to have 3 or 4 ideas and film it all at the same time to save money.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see kind of what happens. If we don't get a bigger streaming network or any other network, a mainstream network to pick it up, we're gonna have to do it self-distributed. But it's gonna be out there.
Yeah.
No mistake about it. And there's not gonna be no, you know how there's another documentary that came out and they had to change things or cut things out. If we sign anything, it's gonna be as is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They also can do one thing. They also can do is they can buy the rights and never show it. So they stash stuff like that. They'll stash, what do they call it? Those when you get what is it called? Whenever you make an idea and then a patent, they'll stash patents.
That's it, yeah.
So people won't make it. They'll buy it and stash it. So if we sign any contracts, it'll be the whole thing as is, and you got to play it within the year. No exceptions.
That's
Mm-hmm.
If not, we're just going to do it on our own. And that's going to happen. It's going to be out there. So.
I mean, even if it's on YouTube, I already know it's going to get a ton of views.
I think it will definitely take off, even if it just has to be something we share.
But it's not. We're going to make it go other places. But I'm just saying, like, if it, like he was talking about the self-distribution of, let's just say, I don't know, for some reason people don't want to share it or whatever. I'm not going to believe that, but we can actually self-distribute it and get it on places like Amazon. We just have to find a different loophole to do it, and that's what we're going to do. So we're hoping that it gets picked up. It'd be really neat to see it actually get picked up on like some kind of channel or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what we're talking about, maybe doing the series. And if they were to pick it up, then we'll do these other topics as well too. And I don't know, it'd be pretty neat to see some different topics out there that actually relate to the Bible that are true. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that other people, more of the world can see, and it's not just our little bubble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. And I think this is a great way to reach new people, because it almost feels like you've maxed out on certain platforms like this.
Yeah.
Where they've already shadow banned everything, and you're getting a few people here and there, but it's not like what it was 4 years ago. 4 years ago, it was
or like Boom and stuff. Yeah. I think all of you guys are doing fairly well though with the shadow ban. It seems like to me, like all of you guys' main channels. I can see you all growing. I think your channel's grown recently. I saw the number of subs. It went up.
Within the past few months, actually.
Yeah. So it's not completely shadow banned.
After the film, we're going to reach probably 500,000, we're guessing.
I had this idea because I know the word flat earth and those kind of things are taboo and they're shadow banned. What if somebody created a YouTube channel where it's called Science something? It's a very like scientific name, and then start talking about it without saying the words, or like start testing what science tells us is accurate or what's supposed to be true, and then saying, oh, this is not really going right. Maybe that type of channel would explode.
Yeah, you have to take off like you're almost like you're a debunk type of channel, like what they call authoritative content.
Right.
And that's what I tried to do early on when I was starting to get a little bit of steam. I would make some debunk type. They almost looked exactly like the debunk videos, especially the thumbnails. Yeah. And then you would put in the keywords when you were setting it up in the studio.
The descriptions.
You would put like flat earth debunked, destroyed, like flat tard, just like you just kind of make it sound like their stuff, and it was getting promoted. And I think it took YouTube about a year to figure out it was not a.
Well, you gotta figure out ways how to counteract. It's a game, you got to play, so you can name your YouTube channel Science Now.
Yeah.
So then you start but during the videos or whatever, you kind of start testing all the scientific stuff. And if it doesn't fly, like, I don't know what's going on. It's not working out. Something's up. And then people start clicking,
Yeah. Hand this stuff over to Mythbusters. Of course, they'd be.
They're terrible.
Controlled opposition.
Oh, they're so
bad.
The
moon landings were
I used
real.
to have respect for them until I saw them doing the science to prove the moon landings.
Oh god, that made me sick.
Oh my god.
And then they disproved Jesus rising from the dead or something too.
Oh god, yeah, they're all over that. I mean, they're so controlled.
You eventually realize why those shows were made.
Yeah.
To do exactly that.
Well, television is to
exactly.
television.
Yeah.
So I personally think, TV was meant to indoctrinate people.
Yeah.
And then later on, they started making movies and all this other stuff too. But movies are very influential. You'll have people now who are interested in other topics because of movies, or believing in different gods because of movies, like the Marvel movies and stuff. So
yeah, it's crazy, man.
That's what those movies are based on, though. False gods.
Yeah.
So I just saw a cool movie called Nefarious. If you guys haven't heard of that, it was really neat. It was kind of marketed as a scary movie, but it was a prisoner who was on death row and was claiming to be possessed. And the biblical talk that they had, it was an atheist that was kind of trying to decide this guy's fate. Does he get the death penalty or not? But the talks that they had really had the spiritual side of that movie. I think some people were calling it a Christian film. I thought it was really a neat concept.
Was it actually a Christian film, or are they just saying that it just had it in there?
I heard that, and when I watched it, I was actually kind of surprised. It was this guy who went from being an atheist who was questioning this guy who says he's demon possessed, and of course the atheist is like, "Oh, I don't believe in demons. This is stupid. Why don't you prove to me you're a demon?" And the whole film is this guy kind of talking back and forth to somebody who really, from the demonic perspective, this guy is talking like one of the fallen angels almost. He's giving all this information and insight into the demonic world, and
that's very interesting.
By the end of the film, the guy does really come into being a believer and starts trying to share the word. But it was, I don't know, it was definitely not what I expected. I heard there was a biblical side to it, so I kind of watched it, and
I'm gonna write it down.
I thought it was really good.
Nefarious.
Yeah. When I was younger, I thought Matrix was pretty biblical.
Yeah.
But
and then you realize the Truman Show is probably about more accurate.
What's a really good biblical film done really well is The Case for Christ.
Oh, I love that movie.
It's probably the best so far. It's the best Christian film that I've seen. Just side note.
You can see it on, I think, like Pure Flix or something. I think is that where we saw it? No, we saw it on Amazon.
We rented on YouTube.
Was it renting on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Surprisingly, I have not seen that film.
You guys are wearing the same shirt, just a different color.
Let's not bring that up.
Their merch.
Yeah.
Planet Earth merch.
Josh was like, before we started, he goes, "Get something, make sure that it's not green," because there's times when I show up and I forget I have like a green shirt, and we both sit down and looked, and I was like, "We're wearing the same shirt, man."
So you didn't plan this at all?
No, we did not plan this, and that happens at work all the time too. Just alike.
Yeah, I gave him that shirt because I ordered it red, and it came and it was orange, and I was like, "You gotta be kidding me! I wanted red." And so I told them what happened, and they're like, "Oh, that's just what happens sometimes with that color." And I'm like,
"Yeah, and this is definitely orange." And people are started thinking he was a Tennessee fan, so he got embarrassed.
Yeah.
So wait, you're telling me your merch? You'll want to order it red, and they're going to send you an orange?
Yeah, don't order the red. Order something like this, like a light blue.
So good.
Can't go wrong. Yeah, Teespring.
No, I think they did orange, and they didn't.
They might have just messed up and just didn't want to. But they sent me a free one, so they made up for it. So now we have two. Now we can match.
That's so
even if it's not on purpose, it's still embarrassing. We can do it.
It's too funny, man.
Heck yeah, we're excited, and people, the link is in the description. If you don't do the QR code thing, just go to the description, and we have the link there to the Facebook page to buy tickets, all of that good stuff. I think even the YouTube channel for Fasuke Films, but on their website you can see a glimpse of their work. There's just a little, I don't want to say it's a commercial, but it kind of displays the quality of the films they do all in one place. You can just scroll down and look at it. That's what blew my mind after I met them. I went and looked at their website, and I was like, my goodness, these people are insanely talented. And I just met them and just thought they were your average film people. I had no clue they were like.
Yeah, before we got to really meet you guys and do the film and stuff, and Josh was just kind of throwing stuff at me. He was like, "You got to check out their films and their work, man." He's like, their stuff is really top quality, and I was really impressed when I got to. He kind of showed me around some of y'all's, I guess, earlier stuff that you've done.
Yeah, took a lot of work over time, practice.
Oh yeah,
learning.
How many years have y'all been kind of working in the film industry?
So when I was I started playing with video when I was like 13, 14 years old.
Oh, okay.
But my friend started a YouTube channel. I don't know if you guys heard it, but it's called Crazy Russian Hacker. He does.
Yes.
Yeah, he does a lot of experiments, like funny, silly experiments too, or like quick how-to videos. So I kind of helped him out, and I was trying to do movie stuff, but I started doing vlogging, and it's pretty bad. But our friendship kind of fell out, and he became huge. But even after that, I started to try to get married and try to make money. So we started doing wedding videos, and we started doing that since it's about nine years now, doing wedding video. But with wedding videos, you start to learn how to work on the fly, work with minimal people, and you can't get that moment back. So you got to make sure you capture it.
Yeah. Oh, I know. That's a lot of pressure. Like, I feel like I would be sweating bullets trying to capture their most precious moment of their life. And if you ruin it, they'll see you in court. Like, that's like, I've seen families break up over wedding photos. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. So I know in the beginning it was probably more nerve-wracking doing them, but then over time you just got so used to it. And it's one of the things that helped us, like you said, stay more calm on set. Because it's like when in the film industry, you get multiple takes. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But in the wedding industry, you don't get multiple takes. We, like you said, we learned to work on the fly, and it helped us just be calm, so that when we're on a movie set, even if you don't have enough time to do those multiple takes, you can get it right. Yeah. I'm just reiterating.
Yeah, so pretty much what happened is when it comes to like movie stuff, you got to have an eye for it. If you don't have an eye for it, then you're out of luck. But then so the way I learned, I didn't go to film school or anything. I decided to do this. If I liked something, if I was trying to do something, a specific look, I would just look it up, how to do it properly.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I did it. That's how I learned how to do it. But if you want to be doing this for a living or whatever, you want to grow, you got to have a vision, and then you got to learn just however you can. But the only thing I would recommend a film school is if you're trying to get buddy with other people.
Yeah.
Outside of that,
there's your circle.
The basics of film is you can just learn it online for free. So that's what I would recommend.
Yeah.
If anyone was trying to get into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sarah, I'll tell a little bit of Sarah. She was a Instagram photographer.
Yeah, I was getting bigger on Instagram when it first started.
Yeah.
I would just, I don't know how to explain it. I just would see an image and I know that image would be the one to take. And then I'd put it on Instagram and watch it kind of start to go bigger and bigger. Like, remember back in the day when things would go viral on there?
Yeah.
I used to get that on Instagram, and I just had an eye for it with the camera. And I've been playing with cameras since I was a kid, but on the photography side. But I also did have a passion for movies and writing and that side of things. So when we started dating and got married, we were on the same page with it. So I took my skills I learned from just directing myself, whatever, through photography, and
symmetry,
just took it to set.
And all this other stuff.
Yeah, I really good eye for like symmetry and stuff like that. But yeah. So.
But then, like when it came to Instagram and social media, we kind of don't really care for it, so kind of fell off.
It's not that I don't care for. I just feel like people spend so much of their time on those platforms when they could be spending more time like out in the world. And we were doing it for our business for so long, and we still do it. But we try not to be so consumed by it. Like, it's not like you don't have to post every single day and stuff like that. Because some people think that success comes from like the everyday post or whatever. You know what I mean? Just being totally engaged. But I know so many people that are on Instagram, on Facebook, all those places, and they're on it all the time, and they're not going anywhere else. The most successful people will tell you that that's where those people are failing, is being on thinking social media is the winner, like when in game or whatever.
For us, we only got a few bookings from YouTube videos, our weddings. Everything else was just a Google search or word of mouth, recommendations.
Yeah.
So spending all this time, it's almost could be not worth it. If it wasn't for our business, I probably wouldn't be on social media at all.
Yeah.
Because I don't really care about it.
I know that's the point I'm at. If it wasn't for trying to wake people up and share stuff, it's so hard to get motivated to go back and use those things. But I've seen it reach so many people.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like on our Facebook page, videos will get 500,000 views, and that's something that YouTube you won't ever see anymore.
Oh yeah, we're like 3,000 to 4,000 now on YouTube.
Yeah,
and that's just, and you get used to it. At first, it was like, oh man, this is awful, but we're still reaching people. We have like a family here. I feel like this is where we have our family reunions and hangouts, and other places are where I try to reach new people. So it's almost like I've just gotten comfortable with YouTube.
If you guys didn't have a YouTube channel and I didn't see your videos, we might not be here where we're at right now.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's your videos and Taboo Conspiracy. Those two is what got me into that aha moment.
Oh gosh, she is so good.
It's funny how God
I'll-
leads us
we
where
are.
He needs us to be sometimes,
Yeah.
without us knowing it.
If you do get to do another series that has to do with experiments and tests and things, he is the guy to go to. Like, he breaks stuff down so good. Like, I'm a huge fan.
He'd
Yeah, he's
definitely be on
awesome.
our list. There's a couple of people that you guys know that are on the list.
Yeah, we asked him to be on board.
Yeah.
I don't know why he couldn't be on board or whatever, but he wasn't able to, which is fine, you know.
Yeah, he's a busy man. He
busy.
works a lot, and he's been putting out a lot more videos. I think he got injured or something and was out of work for temporarily and was just putting up videos like crazy. And I was like, I'm not glad he got hurt, but I benefited. Okay.
But he's a very smart guy. We're lucky to have him in the community.
He's a good teacher. I'm going to be recruiting him if I start doing some of the online stuff I'm wanting to do.
Yeah.
But that is going to be, it's going to be rapid pace because I'll have like 3 weeks to prepare stuff, and it's like before summer starts because I'm traveling all summer. So that'll be.
So where are you going? Like, where are you all traveling to?
We're going to have meetups along the way. I've got a slide on here. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, him and his wife will travel all summer long. I couldn't.
And you get to stay home.
Yeah, Michael, you're going to stay here and feed the pets and mow my yard.
Oh,
yeah, I'll take care of the house for you.
Flagstaff is beautiful. That's a good stop.
Yeah, a lot of different places. It's golly, it's going to be a whirlwind.
Doesn't Kingdom in Context live some around?
Yeah, he's
Wyoming,
he's around Wyoming, and we specifically picked that spot so we could meet up with him and kind of finally meet his wife. I met him once, but have a gathering there so a lot of the people can show up and hang out. And so the other ones, I don't know anybody around those places except for California, where my wife's family is up there. That's who we're going to see. And so we figured if we're going there, let's stop at different places along the way, on the way there and on the way back, and just meet people. Because to me, it makes traveling worth it. When you don't get to see people in fellowship, it just feels so empty and just like you're just doing it for no reason, just to see stuff.
Yeah,
I want to see people, see their testimonies, and hang out, fellowship. To me,
you're
that's
missing one date over there.
What's missing?
July 31st.
Yeah, man, you left that off.
That's the last time. I made this a month.
North Carolina.
I know. I'm just messing. Yeah. I'm messing.
I do need to add that though. Oh, we do have a local meetup in Georgia on the 11th of June. So June 11th, and it's an all-day thing. And so I've got information for that. Do I have that on here? Let me see. There it is. June 11th from 12 to 7. I knew I was prepared.
36
out
East
in the
Nickajack
country.
Road.
Yeah, out in the country. You see that? You pulled up on a map. It's like 7-8 miles off the interstate, around a lot of farmland. But yeah, it's close to our house. We live in that general area. And so it's easy.
You filming a horror movie over there?
Yeah, you can film all sorts of deliverance movies out here. Yeah, that's where the next one's going to be, the most recent. And then we take off across the country in July. So I really don't have a long window to prepare anything for the homeschool type of stuff that I'm wanting to do.
Yeah.
So when I get back, it's going to be August, and that's usually when school starts. And if I don't have a teaching job, I'm going to have to find a job real quick to supplement some money while I'm working on the homeschool thing. And it's going to be fun. I don't know what's going to happen. I would like to focus all my energy on the homeschool stuff and virtual classes and making curriculum and making educational videos for kids. Like that would be something that we really all need, and people are saying there's a need for it. But
yeah, that's the goal. Is just kind of focus on that.
So
it'd be nice to have
doing it on the side.
It'd be nice to have a huge, either a school or a homeschool program that has everything that a kid would need.
Yeah.
Maybe if we win the lottery, we can set that up.
Yeah. If anybody out there wins the lottery that's listening and it's just a God sent thing, and you want to fund that,
that's a good idea.
Give me an email. I will devote my life to the cause. But yeah, I'm going to do it on the side either way. Even if I get a teaching job for now, I'm going to do this on the side and dedicate a lot of time to it while I'm also doing ministry, biblical videos, and things like that. So a lot's going on, and being a movie star. You guys know, you guys have made that possible. So lots of things, lots of exciting things happening. And I'm excited for you guys. I really hope, everybody listening, pray that this really gets them the notoriety, recognition. It's about the fathers to bring people to him. But if we can get people like this funding, they're going to put out content that brings people into a relationship with the Most High and trying to walk like the beloved son and doing things the right way. So we need this stuff. This is a huge need in our community. So it's a blessing. So thank you guys for all the labor you did. I mean, it was exhausting just watching what you all were doing and how fast you were moving and the visions. Like I could see the vision in you guys were putting the cameras at all these different angles and the lighting.
Yeah, it's so cool that y'all are both really visionaries and you can share that in your marriage. That is something like God's working with you two together.
Yeah.
But you share that same vision. That is so cool. A lot of people are going to be.
He intended that. He totally
said that.
I could tell he planned us together.
Yeah. There was no fighting. If I was doing something like that with my wife, I would be like, no, the camera needs to go here. No, it needs to go here.
It doesn't always work out that way. I mean, we are rare in that area, which is really funny in a good way. But
yeah, we kind of see the same stuff all the time. So Sarah would be like, oh, we should do this. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm on it already. It's kind of funny.
It also helps that we believe the same on a lot of topics, like
this
one being one of them that we're excited to share about. But there's other ones too that Yahuwah has actually showed us, and there's a lot of couples out there who aren't on the same page when it comes to that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So it's just really neat how God is revealing all that stuff to both of us together, and it's not just one or the other. We're fighting to make each other believe the same. You know what I mean? So,
it's awesome. It's been a blessing in my marriage that me and my wife, our beliefs have merged more over the last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
There was a while where we were on different levels and seeing things differently, but we've all, even like my mother-in-law recently, we're starting to all get to a truth-seeking place where it's like, okay, when you're all seeking at the same time really hard, things start to match up. And
there's a really cool thing that Sarah said recently. Initially, I thought, flat Earth is not a salvation issue.
Oh.
But then when you think about it, Jesus is coming down on a flat Earth, so it's part of the kingdom message that Jesus is preaching. Not only that, if you believe in the word of God, the whole word, that's Jesus, right? So talk about Peter.
So I missed all of that because Coco hopped in for a second. She might visit again.
Oh,
you're talking about
Coco.
Peter denied.
Oh, in the scripture. So if we believe in Jesus, right, or Yeshua, his name is important, but his name is not like the basis of all of it, because it says that he is the word, right? The living word of God or whatever. So that means he's the entire word. So if the word tells you something, that means anytime you deny something that the word tells you, you're already denying him. So in Peter, for instance, Yeshua said to Peter that you are going to deny me 3 times this night. So he goes and he denies him 3 times that night. And that is something that we need to think about. It's more than just denying his name or denying him in front of people. It's also like, I guess like what I'm saying is it's likened to the same thing as denying. If there's a specific part of scripture that tells you this is evident, this is God or whatever, and we say no to it without even testing it, you're already denying him 1 time. And that's like, I've been sharing a lot with people, and there's been a lot of people who are actually just like blown away because they never heard the story about Peter and Jesus in that way before. But it's like I said, it's more than just a name. Like back years ago when I'd read it, like I would read it, but it didn't come out. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say?
Pretty much so. Yeah. If Jesus is the word and the word adamantly says that this is a flat plane and you deny it without even looking into it, technically kind of denying Jesus. So it is important.
And it's, I don't know if that resonates with you guys, but for me, that was a big hit home. And that's why when people say flat earth is not a salvation issue, okay, I'm not going to say you're going to go to hell if you don't believe in it, but I would at least test it, because if it is true, that's your 1 time denying him. You know what I mean?
It's kind of all truth matters.
Yeah.
And Jesus came with grace and truth, not just grace.
Especially if it's part of the kingdom message.
That was it reminded me of a prophecy I've been studying and looking at, because in Deuteronomy 18, a subscriber actually and it got me looking into it, thinking, man, I just never realized how powerful that is about listening to the words of Yeshua. And Moses was told about him directly, and I don't know why I kind of skimmed past that, but he's the people, they were saying they didn't want to see God again. They were afraid they were going to die because he was so powerful and glorious. They were like, and so eventually Father says to Moses, he says, I will raise up to them a prophet of their brethren like thee. And it says, I will put my words in his mouth and he shall speak to them as I shall command him.
Yeah.
And essentially anyone who's not listening to him, it says here, and whatever man shall not hearken to whatsoever words that prophet shall speak in my name, I will take vengeance on him. And the reason people are going to be held accountable is because those were the Father's words, and he was speaking everything he was saying. And that's why he even later on says exactly that when he was dealing with the Pharisees. He says, I have not spoken of myself, but the Father which sent me. He gave me a commandment, what I should say and what I should speak. And I know that this commandment is life everlasting. And so it's so cool that he's verifying exactly that he was commanded what to speak and all that stuff. So here's Moses being told about him way back when.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
It's pretty profound.
Powerful stuff. Oh, we got Matt Beavers here.
Hey, Matt.
Film star.
Can't wait to see you in Brevard.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Better be there, buddy.
Oh, he's coming.
Yeah, he's coming. He's got a room. We're going to be roomies.
Have you guys seen your place that you're staying at yet?
No, not yet. Not yet.
It's really cute. Anyways.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I want to see it. This is going to be
funny.
Heck yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on. If anyone in the chat has any questions for David and Sarah or Michael or anyone, ask away, because this is coming up. We have a little bit of time, but end of July, it'll get here fast, and you do not want to go on there to buy tickets and the tickets be sold out. So the sooner you get on, the safer it is, the better it is.
Yeah, we already started selling out tickets, and we haven't been promoting it much yet. There's no trailer, so it's harder to, but it's going to be coming out in a month or so. Trailer, but yeah, we haven't even shared it in a lot in the Brevard area, so it might sell out faster.
Yeah, and even if we sell out, I'd say still come for the after party, still come to hang out, fellowship, or come, for the.
Well, it is one thing I did say. If we do sell out, we will open a second showing, and we're gonna have it earlier in the day. So I think this one starts at like 5:30. Isn't that what time, or is it 6:30?
I don't know. Look on the website.
I have to look on the website, guys. Sorry, it's either 5:30 or 6:30, and we would try to open it earlier in the day, so that because we know there's a lot of older people out there who want to come too.
but the tickets are cheap.
Yeah.
Would you say?
There it is. Yeah, 5:30 to 8:30.
Yeah. So it's cheap tickets, and if you guys have any questions or anything, just you can write in the chat.
Yeah. And 5:30 is the red carpet event. It says 6 p.m. live music. I'll be playing the guitar. 6 p.m. live music. 6:15.
Come here.
Sorry,
Ancient Cosmology.
Is that Coco?
Yeah, she's ready. She just took her nap, and now she's ready to play again.
Great play.
Come here, Coco. Come here.
6:15 will actually be the presentation by me.
You're getting there.
Step in. He's my backup. And then 6:30, the premiere that we've all been waiting for. Make sure you silence your cell phones. It's going to be awesome.
So popcorn's only $20. We're selling it cheap this time.
Hopefully they get free refills, because that's what we're all about with our family when we go. That, and there's like a Dollar Tree nearby. We can stuff our pockets. It's going to be a little awkward at the premiere when my wife's got the big diaper bag full of candy. It'll be awesome. That's what we usually do. They're like, you guys don't have a baby. What's with the diaper bag? We're like, don't search it. Full of Dollar Tree candy. I know I'm not the only one that does that. All right. Just got on. What am I missing? Sounds exciting. Here's what you're missing. Let me pull it up. Hold up.
Yeah, get to the movie poster here.
Here's what you're missing. Who was it that said that? Ruth. Yeah. This is what the premiere, and the links are in the description. Anybody that just joined in late, it's never too late to go on and get your tickets. This is the biggest movie production in the history of the geocentric movement, the biblical earth movement, whatever you want to call it. I think this is going to be something that'll bless a lot of you. I know we were everybody got upset with a lot of the hit pieces that came out, and we're really leery of David and Sarah, and, thinking they had bad intentions and all that. But I've met them, I know them, and, judge a tree by its fruits. These are awesome young people, talented young people, still with a lot of youth and energy. Hard to believe they're in their early 30s and is experienced and as good as they are. So this is something that's a huge blessing for us to have.
I did not hear anything you were saying.
I did.
What?
I don't know what happened.
I
Did you
was
hear
just
us at
talking good
all?
about you. Y'all just want to
Thanks.
hear me say something good about you again. I know what you're doing.
Yeah. Say it again.
Can y'all
That's
email
funny.
me this pic, David? Oh yeah, you need to
Oh,
forward
sure.
Matt those pics.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, the ones of him probably. There was one. Hold on, let me pull up Matt one more time. Make him happy. Where'd he go? There he is.
Wait,
There's
Matt Beavers
I
has
can't
a
hear us.
computer. I thought he was Amish now.
Yeah. He's on. No, he still has a computer.
That's so funny.
There you go. And then there was the one. There, look, there's behind the scenes right there. There's
This
the
is
film
with
crew.
Matt. Matt's in this library.
This is Matt's library area.
Not his library, but it's a library in Tennessee.
Chattanooga.
There's this scene right there that you just saw. We're talking about the firmament.
Oh, okay.
And also the what? Thermodynamics. Just a little tease.
Yeah, we got Matt in the comments saying he needs to buy a MacBook. He wants to be cool. So if anybody wants to help him buy a MacBook, go and donate.
Well, Matt, we're
You
on a
can help
PC.
save a truther.
Yeah, we're using a PC.
Yeah, we're PCs over here.
Yeah, you guys are coming in clear too.
So if you want to be an artist, get a PC.
I got to get you guys some snaps, by the way. This one was just one of the first ones we grabbed because he was the first one we shot.
Yeah.
Some really cool snaps, though.
I want to see some cool. Yeah, because this is Dave Weiss. Those of you joining in.
Yeah, he's a cool kid, man.
And Otto. Yeah, that's so cool. I can't wait to see that scene. I think that's going to be a nice way to start.
Now, Dave, is he going to be at the premiere?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, so
He's confirmed. He's 100%. So we're excited to see him again. And we're excited to show you guys the footage from that day, too.
Yeah.
It actually turned out really pretty. Most people wouldn't think shooting in the rain would be so fun. It's not, but it looks great visually.
Awesome.
So we're walking around New York and it's just pouring outside and it just looks beautiful though. So yeah.
Yeah, so Dave is going to be there and the brothers are going to be there. Matt's going to be there. Shelly's going to be there.
Jay Tolan.
Jay Tolan's possibly going to be there. We're not
He's more, I
please
think
come
he's
on, bro.
leaning to the more possible.
Yeah.
G is maybe because of teaching. His classes end, I think, end of August or middle of August or something like that. He's doing summer school.
and
So-
Otto's going to be there.
But Otto's going to be there. So but yeah, so far that's what we have. And we're hoping more. And everybody else, we're hoping you come too because it's going to be fun. It's going to be an experience. So
Heck yeah. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and cut this short. I know everybody's excited from what it looks like. The comments, people are excited to do it.
Y'all better take Coco for a run. She's getting
Oh,
excited.
Coco.
she's
I
coming
can get
back.
dogs wound up real fast.
Sorry,
She
that
heard
was
her
loud. Coco, come here. Shh. Here, look in here. Let everyone see how cute you are. Ow, she
I wanna
just bit
see
my
Coco.
hand.
Coco.
Do you see her? I don't know if you can see her head. There she is,
I see
right
her.
Coco, you're
there.
grounded.
Coco, show your face. Let everyone know how
I want
cute
to make
you
it
are.
full screen. There you go. Oh, Coco. What happened? She broke the mic.
I think she just stepped on something.
I think she stole the show.
So I said that dog is
Have a
great.
problem.
Yes.
Can't unmute your guest. Their mic is.
Sorry, guys. That was terrible.
Didn't they hear you?
We're on. We're back. Everything's nominal.
Oh, okay. It's gone, right?
There we go.
We have a problem.
Bye, guys. I
Yes,
don't know if
sir.
they can hear us. Can they
Yeah,
still
we
hear us?
can hear you
I
now.
have
We're
my
good now.
headset on. Oh.
I fixed it, but
Oh, gosh.
she
Did
went
you-
wild on us for a second.
Did you guys hear that?
No, we didn't hear
Yeah.
anything except for the loud, crazy noise that just happened.
What did he say to the? I can't hear yet.
We were trying to tell everybody to wake up, you know.
Yeah.
Wake up call.
All those people who fell asleep
funny.
watching are like, "What was that?"
That's funny, dude. Sorry, guys.
But yeah, we're excited. We're excited to see everybody there, and we'll be seeing you guys at the premiere.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
See you guys all there. Thank God
Gonna
for tuning
be
in.
fun.
Bye.
Well, see you guys in a couple months.
All right,
Take care,
bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Ending the broadcast.